Right, welcome back. Last time we did a lot of conquering. Yeah, over here we now have a good portion of Provence. And also conquered a good portion of Tunisia and technically Libya, though I've handed it over to Tripolitania. Well, to Tripoli in order to offset some of the current costs of Diplo points. Still need to annex Sicily at some point, but yeah. At least I would. To be honest, there isn't exactly much left to do. There's trying to get global trade industrialization once it gets around. I mean, I've got the tech and the ear for it, so. And then also going to freeholding, which I'm working on. It's just that my conquests keep picking up new and powerful nobility, which is keeping noble power up. Really, the resting point is actually below 35% from the looks of it, which is nice. Quite nice. And doing some final reforms. Honestly, there is little reason for me to continue going, admittedly. So I think I might end the campaign this session. Because all that's left would be just try conquering my way to a new Roman Empire or something, you know, with a republic. Yeah. Which, honestly, I don't feel like doing. It's too much. I feel like I've won already. There's no challenge left, etc. So let's get on with it, at least until I can put together the major reform and see where we go. Probably just do an overview of the timeline at the end. Okay. In theory, I could purchase the institution now, but what would really be the point? I'm not buying tech for the next 5 years, so. And there's still plenty of provinces in Italy that are still obtaining spread from it, even if it's going to take a while. After all, it's just all in my most industrialized cities. There are still areas that are quickly obtaining it, even if they haven't quite yet. Though some areas will take much longer than that. Anyway, I could do this. But I think I'd rather wait until the year is up. Especially considering I need to obtain more loyalty before I even think about doing this. That is an expensive reform, isn't it? Oh well, all I need is 30 bureaucratic influence anyway for that one. Moving on. I wonder. Okay, it's spread to most of my provinces. Okay, yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. What was that? Which province am I looking at? This one, no. Okay, at least based upon those, it is not worth waiting on. Not really. No. Okay, time to embrace it. Should at least help me get back up on the great power ranks. And should severely reduce tech costs in the near future. Though I have more mill points than I need. Okay. I guess I'll just grab gunpowder commission now. Siege ability plus 5%, artillery fire plus 1. Fourth rank. Okay. Fine. Okay. Yeah, I think that should be enough for the session for now. for this campaign. At least this is where I'll end it. Okay, overlook tenant abuse one last final time in order to get their loyalty all the way up. And reform. Oh, we've got free holding, and I think that's good. Ah. Oh, I should have also grabbed attack. Oh. Rifle carabiners. Maneuver plus 5%, infantry fire plus 0.15, cavalry fire plus 0.2, artillery fire plus 0.5. Merchant banks. Ship trade power plus 5%, trade range plus 100, supply growth plus 2, enables heavy frigate. Commission of National Education. Urban production efficiency plus 1%. I could go for the next idea crew, but honestly, like I said before, I feel like the game's already won. The only thing I could possibly do is just continue with the conquests. Maybe go for the final few admin reforms here. Which are pricey in loyalty, but I could do eventually. And get global trade, which... No. Just no. Yeah. I think I'll turn on the timeline and remove the fog of war. What's the debug command for it? TI... Oh yeah, Terra Incognita. Okay. Just to see what's out there. Spanish Australasia. Yep. I still want to get over the fact that Korea ended up conquering Mongolia. China's still split apart too. Japan split between Ashikaga, you know, actual Japan. Oh, and England owns Ainu. Oh well. Hokkaido. Yeah, nothing too surprising. South Africa is owned by England. Madagascar has some, about half the coastline owned by Europeans. Lovely. Ethiopia's gotten big thanks to a war with Mamluks near the end. Big Korakun units, sadly they never managed to form Persia. Sadly. Genoa is conquering Turkey as well as Crimea. Then there's this nonsense that is Northern Europe. Sweden's over here. In Galich. Kostroma. Irish Antarctic Islands, Irish Canada. Got regular Canada, which seems to be England. Yep. Irish California. Yeah, Ireland is a latecomer, but they've definitely managed to get quite a bit of the New World for themselves. And of course, massive Commonwealth that's slowly eaten away by Bohemia. Hungary formed the Roman Empire despite the fact that the other Roman Empire is back. Yes, they are. They got released it. Savoy has basically become Switzerland. Well, they annexed Switzerland at some point. Yeah, and Flanders is no longer in Flanders unless you count Cambrai. The Dutch don't actually have all... well, the Papal States up here. In North Brabant. Wonderful. Irish Arabian coast. Lovely. At least for once, China didn't conquer Bengal. Seems to happen all the time. Khmer's still around. Although they're being annexed as a subject, though Bengal's supporting their independence too, which is preventing them from getting annexed. Yeah. It definitely seems that Diviet has started taking the time to conquer Southeast Asia. Central Asia is still a bit of a mess. Yeah, and all the surviving Italian miners have been exiled to Greece. Yeah. I think that's it, at least with the current state of the world, so I'll just turn on the timeline and let it play out. Yep, that's it. Okay. I know the session is shorter than actually my episodes lately. Though that might be the fault of the fact that I'm a little too accepting of moments. Yeah, the new system does mean that it's easier to figure out when content occurs, but sometimes I forget that I also should check to see if the content's worth putting in. Well, maybe. At the very least, so long as I remember what's in them, it's very easy to know what's in them, and I don't know. Either way, we're going to be doing something other than M&T for a while, as per usual. Though I am not sure about the exact scheduling, because to be perfectly honest, my life's going to get very busy for the foreseeable future, so I don't know. I'm going to try my best to keep the 3 episodes a week schedule up, but I doubt it's going to be sustainable, so at the very least I'm probably going to have an empty week in between doing anything, just so that I have time to do everything. Admittedly, the new editing system that I've put up certainly makes it easier. Although I admittedly only have 4 segments for this episode. Because I really didn't do much, did I? Admittedly, I have largely given up on this one being interesting anymore, because at this point it's just wars, wars, wars. That I dominate every fight that I go into unless I intentionally screw it up. Because I always spec into quality. I've got plus 25% combat ability on all the important troops. My army professionalism is almost as high as it can get. I just need to reform to meritocratic bureaucracy, which I could. It's just that I've been so busy trying to get freeholding that I didn't bother doing it yet. And I am, my ahead of time penalty is already 200%. For Miltech, I am. Plus, I also have the Western Tech group, which tends to have the best military type, well, military unit selections. So yeah, in pretty much any war, because of the sheer amount of combat ability I have, my army tradition is consistently maxed out. So long as I maintain drilling to some degree, it will stay maxed out. Though the forts that I'm building will rectify that. In about 5 years, it will help to rectify that. Let's be fully consistent about that. I also have exceptionally good composition, because artillery is king at this stage in the game. I literally have a bonus buff to artillery fire, because I've got industrial ideas and embrace industrialization. I've got discipline buffs out the wazoo right now, thanks to advisors and ruler personality, just to make it even more ridiculous. Oh, and Legacy of the Roman Empire is an idea that gives me even more discipline. Simply put, in any even fight, I win. Automatically. No ifs, ands, or buffs, at least on land. At sea, it becomes a little more questionable because I don't actually have naval quality. Although I do have quite a few ship durability buffs, so that's... But that's mainly just Diplotech. Pretty much the only ship quality buff I have is from Industrial Ideas, which, again, only buffs ship durability. Although, can I get naval quality? No, I don't have naval ideas, so I won't be able to see naval quality anyway. Yeah. At least to a large degree, I finished the Italian shared mission tree. Sorta Italian shared mission tree. The Italian conquest mission tree for Florence. This mission is a bit off, because I definitely have... I think I even have rank 5, don't I? Or did I never bother building to rank 5? Yeah, I've got amenities rank 5, so I'll ask for amenities rank 4, better. Yeah. Oh well. I've mentioned my plans. We'll be playing a different game, the one that I originally thought I was going to play when I did the outro for the Inca campaign. The Cusco campaign. I mean, I still call this the Florence campaign, so that's the Cusco campaign. Yeah. Instead of it ended up being Slay the Princess. And it will similarly be almost entirely raw footage. That makes it much easier to edit, because there's hardly any editing whatsoever. Although, Yeah. Yeah. That's probably kind of how it ends up being. Largely raw footage. Hopefully, each run shouldn't take too long. I mean, because, full disclosure, it is a game that you have to do multiple runs in. Like I said, it's a time looping game. Except not really. It sort of is, but sort of isn't. In a similar vein to how Slay the Princess is sort of a time looping game, but sort of isn't. Of course, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it depends. Runs might take 2 hours, although I hope it doesn't. I know my longest runs have taken 2.5 hours, but it's usually because I spend some time away or distracted. I think if I focus on it the whole time, which I definitely should do while recording, it should take an hour each episode. But, yeah. At the very least, that means I can record multiple times a day, unlike with M&T, where I really only have the time to record once. Unless I do almost nothing in a session like this one, although this session is... Oh jeez, the sending bit's already 15 minutes long, okay. Yeah, I definitely should. I did start the process of annexing AAA, though I have no expectation of it finishing soon enough to really matter. Integration of Sicily is almost done, and I would annex them as soon as it comes the time. Because, well, part of Italy. And I can stand to accept Sicilian culture. Yeah. I have definitely got enough. Save the game one final time, and I bid you all farewell for now. Next time, we will actually be playing the game that I was thinking of, and hopefully the thumbnail would manage to come close to my vision, because I know full well that my artistic skills are nothing to write home about. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Until then.